Should I talk?
Introduction.
3, 2, 1, action. Oh, action.
So did you all hear the super disappointing news that the Ironman 70.3 World Championships in New Zealand have been postponed officially? So they are not going to happen in November as previously planned. Basically, 2020 is a wash. I have no races to prepare for, so actually that kind of works out perfectly for me. Now I can spend this year just getting stronger, faster, building a solid base, and then in 2021, I can finally come out and crush it. And since I'm just going to use 2020 to build a really strong foundation as an athlete, I also decided it's a really good year to make some drastic changes, and that is why I decided to sell my bike. The real reason I am selling my bike is actually nothing to do with the fact that the race isn't happening at the end of the year. It is going to be a sad moment when I do sell this bike, but I'm super excited for the reason why I'm going to. I'm not ready to share that with you yet though. So stay tuned until next week when I post my next video explaining exactly why I decided to sell my baby. Now it's time to get him ready for his new owner, and whoever that lucky person's gonna be, I'm gonna take really good care of him and make sure he's shiny and perfect. In a previous video when I upgraded my road bike, you can actually see that one right here. I washed my bike really quickly and I didn't really explain what I was doing, so some people asked if I could actually explain the best way to wash a bike. I'm going to show you the way I wash my bike. Not sure if it's necessarily the best, but it works and it's efficient. So we'll start by getting the wheels off. First thing I'm going to do is spray my cassette with this simple green and the chain as well. So I'm going to let it soak in and work in its degreasing magic while I wash the rest of the bike. So you can go out and buy the fancy bike cleaning products, but I actually use dish soap because it's gentle on your hands, so why not your bike? And while the chain is soaking and the cassette soaking, I'll wipe on the bike and get him all nice and clean. Okay, so now that the bike is clean, I'm gonna start working on the chain now, and I actually like to use this park tool. You can find it on Amazon and it's only, I don't remember how much it is. So they actually sell a cleaner that goes along with this as well, but since I already put the simple green on there, I usually just fill this up a little bit with water to the fill line inside. Go ahead and put this over here on the chain. I simply just turn the crank arm and watch as all the grease comes out. Usually I will run the chain through this park tool about 3 or 4 times and it'll really get the chain clean. After I finish running the chain through the park tool, then I'll grab a rag and then I'll just try to get all the loose stuff off of it. And then you'll see that the rag will still be a little bit dirty, and then I'll just keep running it through rags until the oil marks look a lot less. So now it's time to clean the cassette. So I use a brush and I just really get back down in there. And with the degreaser having sit on there for a while, the grease usually comes off pretty quickly with this brush. I did actually have a friend recommend taking an old t-shirt that you don't want anymore, obviously, and washing it in between. He said it's because it won't scratch the cogs, but I haven't had any issues with my cogs being scratched. I like doing it this way. It's much quicker. Most of the time I actually wash my cassette this way, but usually about once a year or sometimes twice a year, depending on how dirty it's getting. I will take everything off and clean it cog by cog, because sometimes when you're washing like this, you're just pushing some of the grease down into it. I can show you really quickly how to do that as well. So in order to take off the cassette, you're gonna need this little tool and this chain thingy. Sorry, I'm not really familiar with the bike terms. Then you start taking the cogs off. And now you can wash off the hub and make sure all the dirt is off of it. So now you can clean each cog individually, like that. Now it's for the fun part when you actually get to put the pieces of the puzzle back together. You notice when you're going to put it on, there's little indents around here, and one is much smaller than the rest of them, so that's actually how you know to line them up on here. And make sure you get the spacers in between each one. Thanks, Bingo. Love you. And now we put these back on the bike. So the bike is all clean and ready to go. I am officially done riding it. If anyone's interested in this bike, it is 11 speed. It has Sram, etap, electronic shifting, and it does come with carbon wheels. And I should mention that minions are included in the sale of this bike. So if anyone's interested, let me know in the comments, or you can drop a DM on my Instagram. All right, so that is a brief rundown on how I actually wash my bike. So stay tuned for next week, and I will announce exactly why I decided to sell this bike, and it's gonna be an amazing video. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Oh my God.